Hey guys, so today I thought I'd do a video all about the tropes that I really can't stand, because I've been reading books for a long while now, and obviously there's a lot of tropes in these books, and there's several of them that just wind me up to the point that I can't quite continue with the book. Like, I can generally try to carry on, but I generally get very angry and it puts me off the book entirely. So I thought I'd talk about it in a video, so here we go. First one, love triangles. I mean, I talk about this quite a lot, but I cannot stand love triangles. I mean, I can deal with some romance in a book, but love triangles that completely take over the entire storyline to the point where it's more important for the main character to choose between two very boring boys. Why? Why do we need to do this? Genuinely, why? Why can't the main character just save the world without having to go, oh, but he's hot, but he's hotter, but he treats me nicely, but he's fun. Just save the world. You don't need to fall in love with two boys. Two boys don't need to fall in love with you. You do not need to fall in love and then go get married to whichever one and have to do the, oh, who do I choose thing. Just save the world. I have no time for love triangles. None. Like, I will deal with them if there's enough of a storyline around the love triangle. So say in things like the mortal instruments, I can manage it because there's enough storyline around the love triangle that it's not too overbearing. But if you go too far, I'm DNFing immediately. If I don't get enough plot that's outside of the love triangle, I'm just going to DNF the book. Next one has to be insta-love, and let's be honest, 90% of the tropes I'm going to mention are to be doing with love stories in books, because I am a cynic and a pessimist and all the rest of it. I just don't like love stories in books. I'm trying to sort of work my way to actually liking them, but it's taking me a while because so many books have insta-love in them. You can't fall in love with someone overnight. I mean, you can fancy them overnight, but you can't be madly in love with them in within a couple of hours of knowing someone. That's just not possible. Like, you can start fancying them and starting to fall in love with them, yes, but when both of you are suddenly madly in love with each other to the point where it derails everything, stop. Just build up. If there's like a slow burn thing over a couple of books like Kel and Lila, that's fine. I can deal with that. I can definitely deal with that. But when they've suddenly gone, oh my god, I love you, and I've known you like a couple of hours, but I would die for you, stop. Seriously, stop. Because no one falls in love that quickly. No one falls that madly in love quickly. And quite frankly, if you do, you're being stupid because you're trying to save the world. And generally, I am talking about sci-fi and fantasy here because that's generally all I read. But if you're in a sci-fi or a fantasy, you're generally trying to save the world. Why are you suddenly instantly falling in love with a guy that you've known for a couple of hours and now all you can think about is him instead of, you know, saving the world? Save the damn world. And then outside of the love stories, because otherwise I'll be here all day, the lost princess trope. I cannot stand the lost princess trope. I have no idea why it's still a thing. Because as soon as you go, oh, there's a lost princess in this world, and the main character of this world is the exact same age as the lost princess, but can't remember her past or whatever, and magically is some sort of powered being or something, you're like, oh, you're the lost princess, and they never figure it out. Like, never. Even when people are trying to kill her or whatever, she still doesn't realise she's the lost princess, and you're like, why don't you even question this? Like, I'm waiting for the day when a character goes, wait a minute, I've got these special powers, and people are out to kill me or whatever, and there's a lost princess who's basically my age, who these bad guys also try to kill. Am I the lost princess? Because I would love that day. I would cry with joy on that day. But 90% of the time, they never actually realise until someone tells them, even when it's screaming in their face. And it just, I can't stand it. Also on that note, the characters who suddenly get powers, and they're like, I can't control my powers, then overnight somehow manage to control their powers. Which is, I don't know if that's actually got a proper name for that trope or whatever, but I hate it. I can't stand it when, like, main characters are like, I've got these powers now, what do? I can't control them, but still have perfect control over them whenever they're in a fight, or they're like practicing with them, if they're even practicing trying to control their powers or whatever. They just do it and they're like, yeah, I've got powers now, boom, I've just defeated all the bad guys, it's fine, I've got control. And you're like, where's your training montage? You need to be able to train to do this, or have some sort of reason why you've got perfect control over your powers, despite saying you've got no control over your powers. Can we please start doing some sort of training montage, so, like, or something, so the powers that these characters get, you actually know why they're now suddenly in control of them. I'd like to have that. Just once, I would really, really like to have it where the main character actually learns to control their powers instead of getting it overnight, because that's just annoying and I just hate it. I really hate it when that happens. It's like, train, damn it. This isn't realistic. And I know it's fantasy, so nothing's realistic, but please, just once, can we have a character who gets these powers and then actually learns how to use them instead of suddenly knowing how to use them in the right moment with no training whatsoever? And I'm going to shut up now, because otherwise I will be here talking for hours about all the tropes I hate, but that is the main ones that I can't stand at the moment. So I hope you enjoyed this video, or at least agreed with this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below with the tropes you can't stand. I'd love to know. I'll also leave a link down below to all of my social media if you want to check it out. If you want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here, and over here will be the link to my previous video. But until next time, guys, bye.